I'll ask since you can answer. Are Christians going to therapy instead of going to God? Are we leaning on counselors more than the Holy Spirit? Where is the line between helpful support and avoiding surrender?
I think that most people, most Christians do not go to counselors enough. That would be my first. And I guess I should preface that by saying if you did freedom session, if you're living in a healthy Christian community, you probably would not near as many people would need to go to counselors. So my experience even at church is always, oh, we send people to a counselor. It's like, no, we should be able to counsel one another. There should be somebody further along in their journey and maturity wise and faith walk where they could like, as a general rule, be helpful to you in some way, right?
Yeah.
Where, and if you don't have people like that in your life, you're either intentionally avoiding them or you're not even aware. You're just kind of like floating and never really, because people don't want to be vulnerable. It's a general rule, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think ideally people would just be in that relationship with people. And then my experience has been even this week with this person that's coming to my mind now, that's in a very tough spot. That counselor just pointed them straight to God, straight to coming to the end of themselves, straight to like, hey, giving up, right? And now that person has a hard choice to make, right? I mean, do they go back to their old ways of kind of, keeping everything private and avoiding, or do they say, no, I'm going to face this head on and allow God to work a miracle, which he's going to need to do, right? And he will. Like but he only will if you like.
We have to surrender.
We have to give up. We have choices, right?
Yeah.
So we have our own will that can really influence things. So, I mean, what is the line between helpful support and avoiding surrender? I mean, I guess I feel like most people that are going to counselors are probably on a path to some type of surrender, right? But that's probably not totally true. There probably are people that just perpetually go and want to vent, and they're still a victim at
Well,
like
it
whatever.
depends what kind of
Right?
counselor you go to too. So I've been in
Yeah,
counseling since I was 9, and,
yeah,
psychiatrists and all kinds of other crap. And there is just a lot that suck, and they don't actually. So under like the laws around counseling as well, you can't actually give advice, and there's like a whole bunch of other things that you can't do, which isn't actually helpful. Like a lot of times, people just need to be called out, and like they need to hear the truth.
So lots of counselors aren't following the letter of the law.
That's right. Lots and lots are, and they're not that helpful.
Is that an actual law?
Yeah,
Okay, I have to look into that.
yeah, and so yeah, I think there's a you can't
It's
just
funny you
you
say
can't
that.
just stay in victim mentality forever, right? Like that's not
I've
helpful.
seen a lot of counselors too, and I
Yeah,
can remember some pretty bad ones.
yeah.
I've had some really good ones too.
But
Been
my
really
my
blessed.
best has definitely been Dave
Yeah.
Curry. But he, I would say, puts counseling and coaching together, where he definitely just calls you out and calls you to greatness. And
Beats you like a pinata at a fiesta,
yeah,
which
he
you
will.
need.
I mean, I know people that don't like him for that reason. They're
Yeah.
like,
Oof, too harsh.
yeah,
Too
too
harsh.
harsh. Like, I can't
Too
handle it. Too
harsh.
sensitive.
Yeah.
And
There again, that's some of that might just come from how they've been treated by others and might remind them of people that have really mistreated them or who knows, right?
no,
He's a loving man. He's only, yeah,
still human.
he's still human too. Yeah. Yeah. And that's an interesting concept. And I think that's what's really been on my mind lately is just this idea of like, we live in a culture where everything is scrutinized, everything's public, and then it just neuters everybody. Nobody dares to say anything. I mean, even this podcast, it's like, oh, right away, I'm like terrified. It's like the
Yeah.
blowback to feel like,
Who cares, Gary?
yeah, well, I wouldn't say who cares, but just like I am screwed up and I am definitely going to do the wrong thing, right? And like I can say that, and I think that the problem is that we live in this world where you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to make a mistake. You canceled, you cut off, right? It's like, whoa, what a crappy way to live where everyone needs to present perfectly on the outside. Meanwhile, everybody's dying internally, right? So,
Yeah.
anyways, I believe in,
Remember all Romans 3?
yeah, transparent, authentic. That's what we're going for better, for worse.
You're getting close in the podcast. I would say more and more you're getting closer to the
Oh, I'm
off-camera.
so
Gary
far
too,
from
right
it yet. So far,
there. We'll know when the F-bombs start dropping.
unfortunately.
Okay. That's it. That's all. Another feels like a spaz episode, but
It does not matter. Nobody had a gun held their head to listen. And if they did,
I
yeah,
was
they
shooting
got
right
big
before
problems.
this. I was trying
Yeah.
to kill some crows. So
And I got a raccoon trap from you, which I'm going to use tonight in my
Yes.
garage because I got a 5-gallon pail of cat food that gets knocked over every night, and the raccoons go to
and you
town
got
on
a
it.
sweet rifle that you bought off of me with
Yeah.
like night vision on it, so you
Yeah,
can
could
peg
you
those.
imagine me shooting in the dark at my house?
Yeah, I can. So a great time.
Okay. Have a great week, guys. Take care.
Hey guys, like I said on the podcast, here is my freedom session. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.